Hello everybody, welcome. And say hello to Gennal as well. She is here, she's limber, ready to go. As am I. And if you remember from last time, we have a couple more quests still to do. It was 3 days ago that we last stram. That's the past of stream. And that was planned in some way, but also not. My schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. But I like to stream on the weekends as well, but I didn't manage to. Even though I tried yesterday, there was a massive queue. So I apologize for that, but the game is so popular now. What can we do? Oh my god, we need to get over here. So we have to get to the Tower of Arathi over here. And I'll tell you what, that's not going to be simple. As we have hordes all around here. We are just a single, oh my gosh, a single mage. But we are Gennal, so that's something at least. As I say, I did try to get on yesterday. But unfortunately, the server was just so busy. Oh gosh, these are actually elites, they're hard. And there is some lag as well. Oh my gosh, okay, let's reset this. These trolls are a little bit more daunting than I realized. So we're going to run all the way back into town, and while I do that, I'm going to finally do a final check rather on our stream, as I've got some stuff to update you guys with. Some small changes that I've made to our setup recently. All right, let's have a sit down, let's reset, let's make some water, make some lembas bread as well. Oh man, we have a horde coming in right now. So let's get our food down our throat, get our drink down our throat. But the thing that I want to update you with is there's a couple things actually. And one is more of a question. So the first point is that I said to myself that when I could form a good routine with streaming at YouTube, and when I was certain that I was in this for the long haul, I wanted to be, but sometimes when it comes to these hobbies, if you've lived any number of years, you will realize that hobbies come and go, and that passion you have at the beginning may not turn into a consistent habit. But this has, which I'm very glad to say. And I said to myself when that occurred that I would go out of my way to invest in making better videos. And the first thing I thought was, right, hardware. Okay, we need a mouse mat. Check, got it. We need we need to upgrade the PC. We need to add a few new components. Did it. You know, I got some mediocre processor, a new motherboard, a few bits and pieces, and this weekend I got a new graphics card. Still mediocre, but I did get a new graphics card, so very happy about that. But what I've noticed is actually, and what I've learned, is that there's something that I cannot increase my streams beyond a certain point. This quality of my streams beyond a certain point right now, because I need to have a better internet connection. So I want to increase my bitrate. I need a better internet connection, and I don't have a good one by the looks of it. And we're not in an area where I can simply go and invest in a very high speed download and upload provider. So I have to think a bit more about how to increase bitrate, and because bitrate is, I think, necessarily is the weak point that I had going on. So from my understanding at least, I need to have a good bit rate in order to have a stream that doesn't sort of blur when I do things like this. But how I do that is a question that I don't know the answer to yet without simply getting a better internet connection. If anyone has any thoughts, then I would be very happy to hear that. As this is going to be a very, you know, I don't see myself ever stopping this unless I die, clearly. Then this is going to be this is my major hobby. Yeah, AF, hello. I can raise it, but if I put it up too high, then I will get a lot of frame drops. So I think there's a limiting factor in that my upload speed, my upload speed of my internet connection is weak. It's only around 4 or 5. And my internet is just shit, to be honest. So right now my bitrate is 8,500. And if I kick it up to 9,000, I start getting about 10% frame drops. 10,000, I get about 25%. And from my reading online, at least, it seems like if I was to get a better internet connection, that would improve it. Got to massage those numbers. Quite right. So I'm going to be looking into what I can do. There's probably like a mediocre... the internet connection we're supposed to have here is supposed to be, you know, not as bad as it is. And we have previously got in touch with them to say, you know, improve it. But they're loath to. Anyway, so that's something I've been working on a little bit, is researching what do these words mean. Let's see if we can get a group, by the way. I'm going to just quickly put out a shout in general chat. So, General Arathi. Hey, smiley face. Anyone for the Tower of Arathor quests? Ah, AF, you noticed. Ah, no way. I should have, yeah, should I put it up in the live channel in Discord? Sphinx, hello. How you doing? Oh, go on then. Let's put it up in the Tesla WoW Discord and deal with that. Okay. I haven't seen you for a bit, AF. Have you been around? I guess our times don't really match up very well. Although it sounds like you work a lot of night shifts. So maybe our timelines do actually suit each other. We're back. God, I can't even look up these quests. Call to arms, nope. Your threat, breaking the keystone. I have none of those. It's a torrent. That might be why. Goodness me. All right, let's pull a few of these, and if an alliance comes along, we will group up with them. Don't worry about it. I forgive you, AF. If work got in your way, then that's all fine. Work gets in my way quite a lot too. Okay, Sphinx. Yep, don't worry about it. That's pretty much how I listen and watch YouTube videos. Is I simply just put them on in the background and oftentimes don't even watch, just listen. Oh, we've got a little group over here. Maybe we can join with them. Yeah, let's see if some of these want to join. We could help them out because we also need the Stromguard badges too. Gosh, Flipendo spell. Oh my goodness, there's a few. I thought he was a syndicate member there. He looks like he could be. Okay, well, let's find a group then. If we run along with these people, maybe they'll take pity on us. Hey, group. Don't run so quickly, come back. Invite, please. Smile. If I help out with a rank 1 frostbolt, he won't know it's only rank 1. Alright, we'll give him a full rank 2. Oh, he doesn't seem to want to help. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's go and hand in a quest that we can do. I don't really want to do this elite quest all on my own. I think it's also going to be pretty much impossible for Gennal to do that. So these are actually at Refuge Point. So we have 2 at Refuge Point. We have this one here to bring to life a harvest golem. I mean, he's already animate, but perhaps this will make him, I don't know, maybe conscious with the gold power core. Oh no, he'll just need a backup. Oh, okay, I see. So we just continue to be animate. Beep. After inserting the gold power core, it takes a moment for Chaser to power up again. The machine whirs to life, beeping happily. Initiating thank you protocols. Thank you. Ah, no problem at all. No problem at all. And I noticed on the map as well. Oh, have a good time, Chaser. That's interesting. They've got a harvest golem and they've got a scarecrow here as well. And I thought the harvest golem's purpose would have been to scare away the birds and other I don't know, small mammals perhaps. The name is Chaser, so perhaps they had this first, this scarecrow, and then they invested wisely their hard-earned money to get a harvest golem. Perhaps that's what they did, and they got a good deal, to be honest, because he's level 50, so he can take on not just small mammals and small birds, but likely all of the big spiders around here, the birds as well, the plane swooper things, and the raptors. So they invested wisely. As I said, I noticed that there's an area here we haven't uncovered either. Oh. Let's do it. Let's just go through here and hope that someone wants to join us. Okay, let's ask these people first. Hey, invite, please. Close that window. May I join? Let's be very polite. One of the issues I have noticed with Turtle WoW, and I know that some people in chat have said it's not such an issue as you get higher up, is the hardcore element. I'm still occasionally finding it where I can't tell if someone is a hardcore player or not, and I attempt to join with them in a group, and it turns out it's impossible. Okay, we're gonna just make our way to this tower. I've got a lot of time today, so we're gonna make our way over there and hope that someone kind will join us. Well, he's very slow. Bit of lag here today as well. So I was saying earlier that I tried to stream and tried to stream yesterday, and yet there was so much of a queue that I was in the queue for about, well, I don't actually know how long. So I attempted to stream in the morning, and then I was like, right, this queue looks like it's going to take 2 hours to get through. So I went off and left the house, did a few things. And oh god, I'm finding a lot of lag right now as well. Went off, did a few things, came back, and I've been disconnected. So apparently I was successful getting through the queue, but was subsequently disconnected before I got home. And then I thought, God, let's get back in the queue, see what it's like. And it was another 2.5 hour queue. So this game is suffering from its own popularity right now. And I do hope those East Asian servers open up quickly or soon. But yeah, I'm facing a lot of lag at the moment, I think. Hope that goes away. God, this Mauler, he is a brute and a half. He has a lot of health. Okay, we'll put one last call out. I'm wondering where we should go next. I think probably Dustwallow Marsh, because when we briefly had a sojourn there before, there were a ton of quests. My latency is terrible, 627. Yeah, I've not seen it this bad. Yeah, so I'm thinking that we go to Dustwallow Marsh, and that brings us one step closer to getting to Desolace 2. Okay, let's do that. We're going to fly to, let's go to Refuge Point, and then we'll have a journey onward to Dustwallow Marsh. And I think that pulling us out of the game again for a second, that hopefully the latency will improve on this journey. Yeah, I mean, God, honestly, these new servers can't come quickly enough. There is an urgency now, I feel. I think also I was thinking to myself that with the popularity of Classic WoW again after the hardcore servers, I mean, I've been seeing people posting about how hardcore servers have sort of been a gateway to people coming back to Classic servers. And I feel like with that, there's probably going to be some spillover into these Classic private servers too. So there is an urgency, I think, about trying to keep some of those new players in Turtle WoW by introducing another server and not simply increasing the cap here, because it's making it unplayable for the current player base, or at least more difficult. But I don't think they gave a timeline. That's something else I noticed as well, which I think is a good decision, is they didn't release in the Discord server when they updated about the Southeast Asian servers being released. They didn't put a timeline as to when it will be released. I think that's smart, just because you don't want to set yourself a target which you then get held accountable to. But it is annoying at the same time. I would like to know the timeline. I'm quite looking forward actually to going to Dustwallow Marsh. Maybe it'll be something a bit like Swamp of Sorrows, which I previously didn't do much of in Classic, but has had a tremendous amount added to it in terms of WoW, so it was actually quite exciting. So we killed some of the major leaders of Stromgarde, Captain Niles. Greetings, Mage. You have a report to make? You took down Mara's cow. Well done, Gennal. Well done indeed. Mara has menaced our Stromgarde defenders, and it is rumoured she was emissary between the Syndicate and some other darker power. We are glad to see she will no longer apply her powers against us. Ooh. Oh, they're nice, yeah. Arcane Rude Braces, fantastic. Let's pop those on first. Very good. We also killed Otto and Falconcrest. Falconcrest and Otto. Wonderful. Here's your reward, Gennal. I'm happy to pay it. Rod of Sorrow, 31.8 DPS. That's a big increase. Gosh, our Expelliarmus charms are going to be working wonders. Let's pop that one on too. Wow, very happy about that upgrade. No new quests around? Nope, very busy. Very busy indeed. Let's just sell a couple of things before we have a calming flight over to the wetlands. Ah, the Elixir of Ogre Strength. We got that as a drop from a mob, and I forgot about it. So we will spend some time to read that scroll. Okay, I think that's fine for now. Oh, wrong one. Let's do that. Off Tommy. There we are. Yeah, read and learn the scroll of Ogre's Strength, Gennal. Oh, that was you're a quick learner. Very good. Okay. Cedric, we would like a flight to Menethil Harbour. Thank you. You suggest I sell the 1 stack of light feathers? No way. I was given this stack of light feathers generously by an unknown person. I have thoughts about who that unknown person could be, AF. But there's no way I'm selling them. They've got sentimental value to Gennal. They were a gift. You don't just go out and return a gift, or even worse, sell it on eBay. That's not what you do. So I'm keeping this stack. Let's organize some of these bags a little bit better. God, we need to spend some time making food. I don't know who unknown is, but I have thoughts about who that could be. In any case, it was extremely generous to receive that in the mailbox. You know, I looked up the other day, I was wanting to make lots of red ridge goulash. This is an interesting topic. And because clearly we have a lot of crisp spider meat, so it makes sense to want to make some of these. So I looked on the auction house for tough condor meat, and that is a market in itself. I mean, on the auction house, that each condor meat sells for many, well, not each one, but I think a stack sold for many gold. So I didn't actually go out of my way to buy it. But yes, just to put it out there. if you want to make some money in this game, I'm thinking tough condor meat is a niche market, but one that hasn't got many potential players in it. Probably actually a good mech. I don't know how many people actually go ahead to buy it, so I don't know what the demand is. I mean, obviously, AF, you're totally right. Yeah, if I can obtain it myself. I think I was just being a little bit, a bit lazy. I was just interested to see what price I could get it for. If it was going to be, silver, then fine. I still don't really know what these marks of the syndicate are for. I feel like I should know, but I do not. That's a very good point. They buy condor meat for the quest to be completed. As you're trading money for XP. Yep. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It does seem like if you were to, have a low-level character again, that this would be a way to make a good amount of money by level 40. Right. This is oh my gosh, there are a lot of people wanting to get onto this boat. Oh, those glaives are cool. Phantom Blade. That is very cool. So this must be something that was introduced in Turtle WoW as well, because I don't remember any of these glaives being in Classic. So would she have made this with blacksmithing as a weaponsmith? So cooking quests then may be a bit of a moneymaker. That's what I'm hearing. Have they introduced? So I think that AF, you possibly said about the Wildhammer clan, some of these other places like Theramore. Do they have quests or hubs for these now? I know that Airy Peak was the Wildhammer clan, or is the Wildhammer clan. Theramore, clearly we're going there now. But do they have reputation rewards? Very cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, that weapon is great. Let's get up here and have a look. Goodbye. Goodbye, Menethil. Wave. There was somewhere I saw the other day. I was taking a boat to, I think it was maybe off camera, as I was just doing some skilling up. And I took a boat from Dark Shore to Rutherin Village. I can't remember. The one that's, you have to take the portal between there and Darnassus. I think it's Rutherin Village. And there was this place when I was on the boat that was like a little island or a little sort of cutaway in the side of Darnassus that I'd never gone to. It was totally flat, had a nice tree there, had a little area that you could go explore. And I thought to myself, I wonder how many people have actually explored these places that that have no purpose to them being there. Like, there's no quest there, there's no NPCs, no mobs there. It's just a place that you could walk upon if you wanted to. And I thought to myself, I'd like to go to that little area there, just to the west of Rutherin Village. And you've got to swim around the coast to get there. There's no like path to it. But I didn't do it. I did not do it. But I remember when I was playing Burning Crusade and Vanilla back in the day, I did used to explore some of these areas that had no purpose for being there, ostensibly. or at least maybe were planned to, but they didn't get around to making anything there. And people, I used to watch lots of YouTube videos about people actually exploring them as well. I think that that's true. I think there's nothing. There could be something. And you often used to fly over them as well, didn't you? But now I think quite a few of those places you fly over, like the Ironforge airfield, you can now go to. Although when I went there, it doesn't seem to have anything yet. So we're here. We are in Theramore Isle, and we have this Dockmaster Lawman who has a quest for us. He's called out to us and he has a quest. The docks are my domain. If you have anything that needs to be sent or delivered, let me know. You wouldn't mind running delivery, would you? I've got one that's a bit overdue, and that's mostly because my main delivery guy got reassigned back to Stormwind. If you don't mind a bit of dangerous trekking, I've got a crate of goods that needs to be sent to Jarl out at Swamplight Manor. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Just follow the road northwest out of Theramore. Keep going for a while after Sentry Point Tower until you see a small dirt pathway that leads to the right. Once you see it, you'll see it. Once you see it, you'll see it. Jarl usually leaves a bunch of torches lit. Just don't startle him. The guy's a bit quirky. I remember seeing this guy actually, so we can do that, Lawman. I'm in need of assistance if you don't mind giving me a bit more. I have a delivery I need to run to the Theramore Lighthouse to old Brian that resides there. His food delivery is run a little late and I need to get it to him as soon as possible. You can find the Theramore Lighthouse just off the coast to the northeast. The bright shining light should be enough to guide you. Okay, to the northeast. I can't see a bright shining light, I'm afraid. Unless it's something over there. Oh, I think it might be. I think that is the lighthouse. We have some other quests here, but I just want to run and see if this fog will clear a little bit. Gosh, do we have everything set to max? I'm sure we do. Yes, there is the lighthouse. Let's just quickly go over there and do this quest for the Dockmaster. I mean, if he hasn't eaten for a while, this lighthouse man, then we really do want to solve that, resolve that now. That is an interesting, that's a cool looking lighthouse. Old Brian, we have the delivery of food for you. Here you are. Time. We having to ferry to Theramore for a meal. I've lived at this lighthouse for a long time now. If there's anything that's bothered me most, it's these damned merfolk. They often venture deep out within the ocean and upon the shorelines to the north. But as of recent, they've come down here, if only to drive me mad and steal my things. The Theramore Guard cannot have anyone staying here full time, especially with us being separated by a boat ride. I ask of you to rid me of their annoyance, and for good. I feel like it's only a matter of time before they do something more serious. You can find them all along the coast up to the north and on small little islands. Bring me 20 of their claws and thin out their numbers so they think twice before coming so far south. Alright, we'll do that. Anything else, O'Brien? Yeah, it was about a week ago now when the damned merfolk raided my lighthouse and got off with all manner of supply I've been building up. A few weeks of food rations and some tools, but most important, oil for the lighthouse. The lighthouse in Theramore runs from oil collected in other parts of the world, and of which we only get a shipment at the start of every month. Without it, the lighthouse will die out. I do not need to tell you how vital this lighthouse is, especially for a port city like Theramore. I ask you to gather it back from the Merfin Murlocs. No doubt they have it stashed among their hovels up to the northwest, and make sure to check the isles there. They practically infest them. Alright, we'll do that. Ah, are they? So these scales they drop are gold mines. Well, what are they used for? Scales, are they just shiny scales, shiny fish scale sort of things? Are they some sort of reagent? Did he say these were... Go back from them, they are holes up to the northwest. Okay, well, we'll come back to these guys. So I think when we head a bit further north, we will come across their ilk. But for now, we will head back to Theramore Isle and hopefully just looking for an area where we can traverse back up this ridge. I think maybe over here. Yeah, let's do that. I love how Tommy swims, actually. Very gentle. You can just about see it under there. Some birds? Oh, goodness me. Gosh, they should really move this into a better position. Yeah, possibly up here. Or here. Not quite as flat. There would be good. This one is terribly placed. I mean, you're going to be hitting this rock face. That isn't good. Or at least scraping the top of it. Right, let's check out this Eastern Guard Tower. Is there anyone in here? This Theramore Lieutenant. Let's just have a look at the top. Ah, so Murloc braces can be made from the scales. Okay, well, I will remember then, and I will not sell them. Okay, so there's nothing up here. We will absolutely just... I was going to say look, jump down, but let's look down first. It's quite a height, but don't worry. Gennal has a ton of light feathers now. Look at that. That's so graceful. Beautiful. All right, let's now pick up a few more quests around here. Privateer Groy. Greetings, Gennal. Ah, how it is to be docked and not sail in the vast and boring sea for months on end. All this time to myself and some dry land to stand upon. I just wish I had one thing. I've a contact out in Steamweedle Port that's been my hookup for a time now. If you wouldn't mind picking up a special package for me, I would be much appreciated. At the port, there's a goblin named Jabby. He can almost get you anything you need. That is, if you have the coin for his premium wares, he calls it. Head out there and pick up a package for Grory. He'll know what I'm looking for. Oh, that is... being very coy about this, Grory. I'd like to find out a bit more about what it is you're after. Baldric, can we use your services in the future? Yes. That's good of you, thank you. Wow, what a travel. You go all the way to Alberdine. Nowhere else. Okay, let's keep looking around. So we have Sergeant Teresa here.
Need help?
The shores have been growing more concerning as of late. Let us pray that things will not escalate further. The local Murlocs are becoming more and more of a threat as time continues. They're no longer confined to just the depths of the shore and are often seen travelling inland or harassing locals. They're led by a large, foul beast named Marglin Bloodeye, hulking abomination of a Murloc that patrols the coastline to the northeast shoreline. Find him and bring his head to me, and I'll make sure that you're rewarded. Okay, Sergeant, we will do that. So that is to the northeast. So once again, another northeast shoreline quest. That's good.
Light blessing.
Okay, so we could go all the way up here to... interesting. Yeah, so we could go all the way up here to Ratchet for that quest. Okay. Right, let's keep looking around. So here we have an interesting tabard. What is this place? Okay, so there's Helenia in here. There's Private Fresh Breeze too, who is clapping. Trade supplies. Master Tailor Timothy Worthington. What a name. All right, let's head out. I don't remember how much time I spent around here, but I presume this is the... They've got that there too. That's the Theramore tabard. Oh, Theramore sigil. That they've introduced. Okay, we have a blacksmith. I am. Would you repair my gear? Yeah, no problem.
What can I do for you,
A
Ray?
lumber mill too. I feel like they've expanded this place quite well. I'd like to take a look at it again, though, in Classic, just to understand the changes that have been made. Nothing here from a alchemy perspective.
Hello.
Let's get 2 more mana potions, just because we have a huge stack already, and it's something that we do use. We will go up to the main keep. Oh, that's an interesting keep, isn't it? Looks a bit like a Hogwarts tower, with these sort of offshoots coming off it. Right, Colonel Breen. Welcome to Theramore. Milk yourself at ease. I am Colonel Breen, commander of the defense of Theramore. We're always looking for a pair of brave hands. If you're looking for work, perhaps you could be of assistance to the Theramore Guard. Yes, we have got a lot of mana potions. But, you know, we haven't got 2 full stacks yet, so we've still got space. You look tough enough to handle yourself, and Theramore is in need of some assistance. My last runner was ambushed on the roadway and suffered a rather grievous wound. If we want to keep our defense of the roadway through Dustwallow, then we need to remain steadfast. As such, I haven't received the weekly reports from both Sentry Point and North Point. I want you to report to Captain Wallace Cross at Sentry Point Tower and Captain Harker at North Point Tower, and bring their reports back to me. Okay, we can do that. Anything else you would like us to do, Colonel? Yes. Theramore was founded by many from the nation of Kulturas. Our leader, Jaina, even hails from there. Our stance of cautious neutrality with the Horde has caused problems for many of the veterans. These soldiers once saw brothers and sisters die in combat or had families pass in war. More and more of our kin stray from Theramore with each day, either deserting outright or being exiled for overly aggressive and divisive actions in attempts to lead us to conflict. While I hold respect for those that served, I do not tolerate disloyalty. The deserters have begun to go too far, wearing our tabards, uniforms, and lurking within the swamp. They must be dealt with before they bring all-out war to us. The hideout is located directly to the west of Theramore, within the quagmire. Head there and remove their presence. We came across this in our last journey through this area. That's interesting backstory. I didn't. Well, maybe I forgot that Theramore was neutral to the Horde. Weeks ago, a patrol of our sentries were attacked by Tauren of the Blackhorn tribe nearby. It was unwarranted and somewhat unexpected. Of those attacked, 2 were killed and others severely injured. The threat of the Blackhorn have only made us be ever more wary in our actions in Dustwallow. The leader of the Blackthorn is named Targos Hatewind, a vile and cruel warrior who does not even seek affiliation with the Horde. It is him that must be stopped, and you can find him at Blackhorn Village, to the northwest at the northern edge of Dustwallow Marsh. Go there, kill his kin, and collect his head. Interesting. So I like how this is a quest that sort of says, you know, this guy isn't actually Horde, he doesn't associate with them, and this is why he needs to be put down. And this is why we're not being provoked by the Horde, because they are neutral, because he doesn't associate with the Horde. Interesting. We need to drop a quest. We're going to have to drop a few, I think, which is annoying. So I'm thinking that we will drop this one, because we have the quest item in our bag, and so we can always pick it up again here, the lost supplies. That's fine. And then we will drop some more. We'll have a think about which one to drop once we come up to picking another one up. So let's go say hello to Jaina again. Oh my gosh, we have another quest already. Mage's Hallister. So this one here is also this Return to the Marsh. This is Dustwallow Marsh. We'd like to keep that one. This one also is. Right, I remember. But we need to go to Scarlet Monastery for that one. That one is also Scarlet Monastery. These two are, yes, the same place, the Alterac Mountains. could drop this one. And then pick it up again in the Swamp of Sorrows, but I don't really want to. That one's to watch a big, 'cause he's just a bit out of the way. So I'm kind of tempted to drop these two quests here for now. Let's do that. Let's just drop these two, and then we will go back to Arathi at some point soon to continue them. Okay. We have all sorts of books stored, chaptering much of the things that we've come across within Kalimdor. If you're seeking some rare knowledge, if you've certainly come to the right place. It's been years since the invasion of the Burning Legion during the Third War, and while they have been defeated, they still hold much sway upon Azeroth. Demonic magic is extremely potent, and it is something I have been tasked with studying. In the region of Desolus, within an area known as Manorock Coven, I'm going to stop you there, Mages. You've asked us this before. This is a quest going all the way to Desolus. Goodness me. Well, please continue anyway. Repeat yourself. That's fine. Yeah, as I was saying, in the region of Desolus, within an area known as Manorock Coven, there is quite a sizable demonic presence. It is there that I ask of you to acquire a Manorock demonic sigil. Finding one may be rare, but if we are to have a chance to defeat the Burning Legion, then we must know all that we can. Slay them, and bring me one of their sigils for study. Okay, well, we're not going to pick this up right now, Mages. Remind us another time, and we will do that quest for you. Right, see you in a second, AF. Okay. All the way to the top. So at the top, I think, is Jaina. And there's another important character here too. Right, so this guy here, Archmage Turvosh. We've already worked with him on a previous quest. It was the Lost Diplomat quest. But he doesn't have anything else for us now. Jaina, hello. Hello. So Hendel was the person. She's mentioning Hendel here. Now, Hendel was the person that was involved in the Lost Diplomat questline. He stole the diplomat that was the king of Stormwind, I believe. And apparently, they are still questioning Hendel. And will let us know if they need any more assistance as to the, I guess, what they learn and then the location of the king of Stormwind. I believe they're talking about Varian Rin. Right, let us get out of here. Oh, a Theramore Quartermaster. I was thinking about this earlier. Okay, so it's a golden anchor. Interesting. Yeah, as I said, I was thinking about the reputation rewards, and apparently it's just a tabard for now. I'm sure they'll add more as time goes by. Okay, so we have this quest up here now. So this is Guard Byron. Can't help it if I feel sorry for old Jim there. He wasn't always like that. Ran an inn out in the marsh for a while. Wonderful place. Look, I don't really want to talk about it. Bring it up with Captain Vimes if you really have to. What is he talking about? Maybe we've missed something. I don't think we have. Let's try and find out a bit more information. So that was the quest. They called him Smiling Jim. I don't know where Captain Vimes is, but we will keep an eye out for that person. Right, the inn. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a high elf here. Fiora Longears. I think we've previously met her too. There's two quests. Journey to Astronar and High Perch Venom. Let's talk to her first, introduce ourselves. Hello, Fiora. We are Gennal. Right, well, Longears isn't my real name, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, so don't ask. Okay, we won't ask, but do you have anything you'd like us to do? As you may know, wyverns are often tamed by orcs for use as mounts. But what is less known is that the venom of a wyvern, in some circles, is more valuable than the beast itself. So if you're not afraid to do a little wyvern hunting, then I have a job for you. There's a place called High Perch in the land of 1,000 needles, west of here. The High Perch wyverns have a potent venom, potent and valuable. Okay, interesting, but that is 1,000 needles. Not our priority right now, Fiora. We'll come back though eventually, and we'll help out with that. Anyone have anything for us to do that's within the local area? Sometimes there's a warlock down here. There's no warlock down here. Ah, you enjoying your tea then? I hope you are, yeah. What kind of tea is it? Oh, or does tea, in the UK, some people call tea dinner, or I don't know what else you might call it in America. Dinner, supper, evening meal. We also call it tea, but I assumed you meant the drink tea because you're American. Right, nothing here. There's actually, wait, there's a guy from the Explorers League. I love the Explorers League. Ingo Woollybush. He hasn't got anything for us to do, but hopefully in the future. And what a lovely name, Woollybush. Okay, round corner, just have a look. Some crates here, some plants, maybe the herbs they use and the chef uses for his dishes. Bit of thyme, basil. Oh, this is cool. I like this as well. Guard Lana against Guard Cahill. Oh, they're all named too. Combat Master Crichton, Medic Tamberlin, Blue Team Captain. That's called Captain Thomas, Blue Team Captain. That is... Oh, I like this a lot. What else have we got? Heroic training dummies. Right, let's head into the Citadel, the Foothold Citadel. Ah, okay, I see a yellow spot on our map. We have someone to talk to in here. Trauma Surgeon.
Hello.
I think we've already got an upgraded first aid thanks to the Stromguard equivalent. Okay, so up here we go. No one back there. Aha, Captain Garen Vimes. Captain Garen, we were told to talk to you by a guard outside. Any idea why?
Light be with you.
James Hiles, his real name. He opened an inn at the edge of the Barrens, wanted to make a nice place for travellers to stop over. Might be he was thinking too big, but the inn did do well for a while. Then we lost control of the roads in the marsh and the ogres took over. James was too stubborn to give up his dream for safety within our walls, and the Shady Rest Inn was burnt to the ground. We're investigating, but haven't had much luck. If you want to help out, see what we can find in the rubble. I know this quest. I do remember this one. Yeah. Okay, some of this stuff's ringing a bell, which I enjoy. Okay, let's keep going. AF, you're from Dover. Why did I think you were American? Probably because I've never heard your voice and just assumed that everyone that watches me is the statistical majority that I'm seeing. They're all from the US. Unless there's a place called Dover in the US. which there probably is. Maybe, maybe. Wow, sorry for assuming that. God, I think. I hope you're not offended. Me thinking you're American. Not that you should be. Nice little graveyard there. I would presume they need a bigger graveyard than this. It's a bit too small. Maybe it's a freshly dug grave after a. I don't know. I don't know why it would be so small. And also so close to town. Or to the fort. I think you would have it. Well, maybe you would have it so close, but that doesn't look very well taken care of. I have some questions about that graveyard. It's dangerous out here, no doubt about that, especially with all the wildlife lurking around. Yeah. So this quest, just to bring us all up to the same page, we previously went and visited Cross's brother, I believe, in Stormwind, and delivered a note to him. And then his brother Brian told us to come back and bring Wallace a new shield. So we have done that. So he delivered the letter then. How did he like it? Wait, he sent this. Truly, this could have fetched a noble's wages in gold. I must thank you for not being a brigand and making off with it. I shall use it with great honour. Thanks again for all you've done, Gennal. Take this coin for all the travelling you have done. Not a problem. I'm happy to see the smile on your face, Captain. We will just take a quick saunter upstairs. I don't think that there's anything here. Right, anything about? Nope. And as usual, we've got so many of these light feathers now. We're going to make use of them. That's efficient. Look at that. Walking in midair. Alright, let's begin our journey. What's a little bit annoying? We have 17 quests now. How did that occur? We dropped 2 in Arathi. Goodness me, I should have thought about that a bit more. Right, let's head up to this swamp-like manor first. I believe there's someone there that we need to visit. That is this delivery here. So the dockmaster wanted us to deliver something to the guy living there, the quirky person. Ah, Jarl. Okay. A crate of goods. Unnamed goods. And perhaps what we'll do is we'll take a venture out into the swamp a little bit, just to look for some of these merfins too. Maybe they're around this coastline. And I wager we're going to get some sort of follow-up from this man. Swampi Jarl. Jarl, we have a delivery for you.
How are you?
Can I help you? What's this? For me? I've been waiting a few weeks for this. I didn't think it was even coming anymore. I don't go to Theramore much, but that yokel lawman almost made me march down here. I've been waiting so long.
Safe travel.
Do you have anything you need us to do? Well, I like cooking. Good swamp cooking. Fried green frog legs and the like. And for cooking, I need spice. Soothing spice. Then I'll make a stew and stew it up and suck it down and give you some too. Do you like stew? Not as much as you do by the sounds of it.
See you later. Good day.
We'll help with that. Anything else? say, since you stopped by, how about we help ourselves a nice meal? It's been a bit since I've been able to enjoy my special recipe. I damn near hunted all the dark fan in the area, so we'll have to venture further out into the swamp to go and get some of their juicy legs. 5 should do. The dark fan spiders are practically everywhere in the swamp, but especially so around the quagmire down in the southwest. Oh, and make sure that they're extra juicy. I won't take no dang nabbit unjuicy spider's legs now. You hear? We hear. We hear.
See you around.
So you want some juicy spider legs, which is interesting. They must be quite large spiders. And what is this? Loose dirt. Oh my gosh. Sifting through the loose dirt, the severed hand of an orc is found. And clutched in the hand is a bone-carved tube, and in the tube is a dirt-stained parchment. The parchment is written in Orcish, and it looks important. Bring the spy's report to a Theramore lieutenant. How interesting. Wow. I like that. Oh, I would never have come across that if not for the other high elf that ran by and stopped there. Oh, did we not get Sentry Point? Okay, so it wasn't that one. So we need to go to Sentry Point and North Point. Yeah, we should have got the report there, but we'll get the northern one and then come back down. Yes, we will. We'll better buff up. Thanks for the reminder, Air. I'll do that. Get an elixir down our throat. I don't think we need any dampen magic, but we'll do it anyway. Let's get a bit more water. Okay, and we'll sit down and we will assess. Juicy dark fang legs. I think that there's a quest somewhere around for these raptors too, but I don't know where. We don't have to do that one yet. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can find the Maya Fin Murlocs then. It looks a little bit rocky around there. So I wonder if we can make our way over them. Oh, here we go. Maya Fin Murlocs in the right place. Good. There's an undead mage. High elf hunter over there too. Maybe we can get some help from someone or other. I mean, we don't have to. No, we don't have to. Let's just get off and start pulling. Oh, goodness me. Ah, we have 4 of them. Fantastic. Okay. Look at this. Flame strike. Oh, that puddle jumper nearby. Dear me. That was bad. It's fine. We can take a couple of hits. It's okay. Nice one, Gennal. Well done. Let's take a step back, have a drink, and then we'll pull this other puddle jumper too. Would be nice to have a friend around here. Oh, let's actually run to ship. Ah, no, they're coming back. That's a shame. One claw per Murloc. That makes no sense to me. Oh, they've got a good drop rate. That's fine. Really, we should be seeing at least 2 claws per Murloc. I mean, we're casting magic on them. We're not, you know, absolutely set. We're not destroying them with melee attacks. and so making them, you know, impossible to recognize. Thank you, thank you. I actually have been trying with your advice. Right, let's get them together again. Ugh, I wish I had a mount. I really do. Well, that's not going to hit them all. Okay, let's Frost Nova. My health is low. Oh my god. What I'd like to be able to do is, with that Flame Strike, is have the... Because I don't think it breaks the Frost Nova as such, but when when I've had time to cast the Flame Strike, they're about to break out of the Frost Nova. And so I feel like I don't quite get enough time in between, because, you know, as soon as they've broken out the Frost Nova, that Blizzard tick hasn't come down yet, so it hasn't slowed them, so they're getting closer to me. I think I just need to practice more, but I feel safer just casting Blizzard. I'll practice more. Mana Shield, yeah, absolutely. There are some Mana Shielders around. I don't know if Gennal's one of them. She regularly... You know, she hasn't... The thing is, she hasn't got like a mentor with her. She's not like... She's like a Padawan without, you know, a Jedi Master. So if she had a Jedi Master running about with her through Dustwallow, she'd be in much better shape, but unfortunately, no one is taking her under her wing, taken her under their wing. Actually, maybe we should go for Frost Armor here. So if they do run up on us, then we will at least be able to slow them from that. I wish there weren't so many overhanging branches as well. I like to have my camera all the way out. I feel like it sometimes gets stuck in these. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. Very dense foliage. Okay, we will try again. Wow, this guy has cleared out this place. He's done a good job. I reckon he's going for... Oh, behind a tree. God, that is some dense foliage. We can't even cast our frostbolt through full of grass by the looks of it. Pull another one and another two. Okay, I'll try the flame strike, but gosh, that's too late. Oh, let's get away. What a terrible, terrible blink there into a tree. That must hurt if you blink into a tree. Oh god, another one. evocate. Wow, nice. So that's a thing. I guess all you have to do really is cast your blizzard not directly on the flame strike position. You cast it a bit further towards you, and then yeah, that seems to be a bit smarter. Calais again. Ah, so I guess you work at the docks then. Are there some issues again over there? Yeah, it sounds like you do. I haven't heard. Is there some new news about what's going on? I remember that the blockages and all the rest were happening previously. I have to work on this, trying to make sure I catch both of them at the same time. Not straightforward for me. Oh, only got one of them. Now, the only MD I know is medical doctor. So I'm going to presume that's what you mean, unless you tell me otherwise. I'll let this guy have his sheep back. That's fine. Ah, business trip. I see. You know, I used to live in Southampton. Well, that's where I'm from. And so I used to take the boat all the time over to, well, the Isle of Wight mainly. But also we used to take it over to France too. Thank you, AI. I'm going to pretend that you're totally serious. Yeah, so I have a special love actually for taking boats. Yeah, I took one recently actually from well from Sardinia to a small island just to the north of it, uh, not Corsica, another Sardinian island, and that was very nice. It was only like a 20-minute boat journey, but I hadn't taken one for at least a decade, so it brought back a lot of fond memories from what was it, Red Funnel? Was that the the boat line that I used to take when I was in Southampton? All right, let's get a bit more mana. Ferries, yeah, ferries. Red funnel ferries. If you haven't noticed already, I lose words quite regularly. I don't know why, but I feel like it's I feel like finding words sometimes is a bit of an issue for me, which is a weird one because I read a lot, you know? My vocab isn't small, or at least my breadth of vocab isn't small, and yet I find it hard to, I guess, grasp the words sometimes. Well, pretty often. I've had it all my life, so it's not an early onset of something. I hope. Okay, I'm just going to go for straight up blizzard this time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to do that. Really? Yeah, if I could convince my partner... Oh my gosh, what happened there? That should have been something. I've been trying to convince my partner for us to relocate for a while, but it's hard to do so. We have family up nearby, and I mean, we live very close to her family. She's very close to them. So I think... God, it's a bit of lag, I'm afraid. So I'm finding it somewhat... Actually, let's get a thing down our throat instead. And oh my gosh. We'll chat again in a second. We've got Frostnova back here. Yeah, the lag's a little bit difficult to deal with. Let's get 2 rank 1s on these. Goodness me. Oh, we got a nice formula as well. Yeah, there was a time when I was going to be relocating just before COVID. Actually, when COVID hit, to America. And I don't think America is an incredible place by any means. But I think it's quite beautiful, to be honest. I think there's a lot of the landscape is just breathtaking, and you can have such differences within such a small area, like snowy mountains one side, deserts the next. And so although I'm not a massive fan of a lot of the stuff that's going on over in the country, I think the country itself has a beautiful landscape. And but I don't know where my choice of place would be. Like, New Zealand is appealing for sure, but mainly for me it's because of the small population compared to, I guess, the small ratio of people to land mass. All right, we actually need this oil as well. I need to make sure that I understand where that's from. It just says gather it from the Myafin Murlocs. Oh, stashed along their hovels. Ah, okay. Oh, this guy has the Burning Crusade Druid staff that you got from the Ring of Blood, I think, or I think it's called the Ring of Blood, something like that. Oh no. Got some PvP going on here. I think that's 2 level 60s though attacking each other. Yeah, I've got quite a few friends that are medics, and I've worked or collaborated with quite a few of them in the past. You guys do tend to have a certain way about you in terms of humour, but I generally put that down. Oh God, where was that placed? I put that down to the. Oh my God, you noob, Marsh. Oh, you fucking... Don't you dare spam me with that. It. Comage. You bitch. I'm coming for you. Ah. Yeah. Your humour, though, I tend to put it down to you guys having a lot of... seen a lot of stuff. And that's how you deal with things. I've actually got a medic friend that I'm seeing later today. You have got a good career, though. I mean, like, what better career is there? You've got a practical skill set that is useful everywhere. You have I'd say for the most part, I mean, a very meaningful lot in life. Yeah, I think you chose very, very well. Yeah, self-preservation of the brain, for sure. Alright, I think when we get to this grave, to our corpse rather, I'll rather than get a coffee. So I need to reset my brain. A little bit. Oh, definitely, yeah. You guys have to cope somehow. No, there's... we joke about, but we joke because it's a serious topic. And that's how we get through it. Okay. This seems to be quite a busy area as well. I wonder why that is. I think, well, to be honest, everywhere seems to be surprisingly busy in this game. We just type in /who again. Ah, almost 13,000 people online. No wonder. So have they kicked up the cap a bit further? It sounds to me like they might have done. Okay, we'll sit down, have some food and drink. Hope no one attacks us. Don't attack us, please. XYZBB. I'm not sure how we're going to get away with having a drink here. Let's also make sure we get dampen magic on. In case we get attacked by the Hordes here. And remember, we have got a frost ward and a fire ward. So I need to remember that. Okay. Right, let's try pulling this one and hope it pulls all the others too. Okay, it does, good. Oh no, out of range. So what is the range, by the way? Flame strike range is 30 yards. Blizzard, because I have the talent, that's why. So yeah, so flame strike. Oh my god, you fuck. Okay, we're gonna just go for this now. Oh my god. Comage, you dick. Our shield won't do anything. Ah. If I had, at that point, the Frost Shield, then Ice Barrier, that's the one. Then we could have possibly done something a bit more. Because Polymorph doesn't work when they're in feral form. Maybe this is a good opportunity then to go and get a coffee, reset. Hopefully that guy will have got all of his fins, and then we'll come back. Okay, we'll do that. I'll be right back, everyone. See you in a second. You're back. I think there is strength in numbers. So Gennal, bring out the charm. You need to find a friend. Two things have sort of struck me recently about this game, and I think it's just an issue with whenever anything becomes big. So bigism is not what I would call it. What came to mind first is that when something becomes big, it often becomes a little bit worse in certain ways. It becomes less of an intimate experience. Customer experience is worse. Customer satisfaction is worse. You see this with all the big companies. And I think Turtle WoW is facing this a little bit in that we are seeing some issues with latency, with sort of a server size and with the queue size, things like that. And I think there are quite a few teething issues now that I'm seeing that need to be overcome. Moving it isn't a nice experience to not know whether or not you can group with players and to have that in your mind. And it isn't also a nice experience to not be able to chat with half the player base because they are from Asia, and so it can be very difficult to converse. So I think there are a few issues that need to be overcome now for this private server to get to the next stage. Right, let's get a few buffs up. Most of these hordes seem nice. It's just that one druid that we're having big issues with. I think we do need to head over here because the stolen oil, although I'm not certain where... Oh, there's a food crate over there. I'm not quite sure where that stolen oil is, but I'm going to presume that it is down here. Dampen magic. Need to remember that. These deaths are good practice, though, is what I'm telling myself. Good practice to understand better how to combat against certain classes, that we do need to use various spells as well. Look at this guy, he's a pro. Oh wow. That is some pro moves. Oh my gosh, he's great. We need to watch some of these players. Alright, he's inspired me, so I'm going to pull 4 of them, 5 of them. Oh my gosh. He does seem to use his mana shield though, and we don't tend to. Oh my gosh. So what do we do if there's one of them that's like escaped? God, we had some help there, and because we had help, we have survived just about. Thanks. Wanna group? Ah, they're from China. Look at that. From the guild China. Should we try and invite them? Ah, they're a hardcore character. God, of course they are. Yeah, this is kind of what I mean. I didn't see the "you cope too" comment. I think everyone copes with their own life stresses, but doctors and nurses, medical professionals, they have an objectively more difficult time. Sorry, they have objectively more difficult experiences to deal with most of the time. So I think you guys have you can get all the sympathy in the world, at least from me. I think all humanity, really. Whereas someone like me, I cope with more subjective issues. I think one of the things I often struggled with, mirror eyes. Margian Blood Eye. Oh my god. We've got a group member here, so let's do this. This is actually who we need as well. And they are massive. What a big Murloc. Thank you, Mirror Eyes. And this is just sort of more evidence to support what I was saying before. Like Mirror Eyes here. We can't chat together. So the previous person was hardcore. And this person is Asian. It just makes it very difficult to play together. I absolutely love the server, but there are some issues that need to be overcome. For goodness sake. Alright, we managed to get a hit on this guy despite them being level skull. So we're going to have to run away now. Leaving combat, good. No, I don't want a hardcore server. I just don't know how... Well, I don't know what would be the best way to do it. I don't know if I want a hardcore server. I just... I suppose the reason why hardcore and non-hardcore can't group together is because of griefing. That makes the most sense. But I don't know the solution. Or even if one needs to be had, maybe it just needs to be made a bit more clear next to people's names or something else that they are hardcore. If that was done, then potentially that would go some way to resolving it, making it a bit clearer who is hardcore and non-hardcore. Yeah, firefighters for sure. I used to have a girlfriend who was a paramedic, and that was... Yeah, she would find that some of her experiences very tough. And I wonder, she regularly did not dwell on her experiences. And when she had time off, because their shift pattern was sort of along the lines of, I think it was like 4 12-hour shifts on, and then 4 days off. And then she would have like 16 days off every so often. Or maybe it's 12 days off, something like that. It was a very long time. And when she had that time off, it was not healthy for her. She actually dwelt a bit too much, or had a bit too much free time to dwell on what she had come across, what happened to her, what happened to her patients. So yeah, tough for those emergency professionals as well. Horde, please don't hit me or hurt me. Enduring braces. What's going on here? Mail, of course. Right, we need to keep an eye out for this oil. I'm not seeing it anywhere. We don't need any more of these claws either. But these shiny fish scales, I've said they're worth keeping a hold of, so we will keep a hold of those. No oil, okay. Alright, we'll check inside. There's a food crate. I don't think it'll be in the food crate, but we'll open it in case. No, there's storm and brie though. We can see if Gennal has a taste for brie, taste for cheese in general. We'll head this way and see if we can find the oil barrel. I mean, others are heading down here. Is there a reason? There are more murlocs down here? Oh, there are. Let's go and have a look. Well, you know what we could do? Just run in. Pull a few of these boys. And then... Here we go. Alright, let's play this nice and easy. They're casting something on me. Let's get some mana back, and then we'll finish them off with some arcane explosions. Actually, we can probably... There we go. Nice. Now we're free to look for oil. Any oil here, Gennal? There's a small thing on the ground. That's an urn, not a barrel. Mudrock tortoise. Wow. I like their coloration. It's another barrel dug into the ground there. Ooh, what's this? Northwatch Hold. Ah, the Barrens. Wow, we're here. Okay, well, let's head back for now. Just to remind me, Steamweedle... Oh, you meant thick Murloc scales. Right, okay, I've got it. Steamweedle port, just remind me. Which port is that? That's not the one... Is that the one in... That's not Ratchet, so it must be the one... Is it Tanneris, or is it... I can't remember. Tanneris, okay. Thank you. Okay, so interesting. So the Myrfin actually took the food rations, tools, and oil. So we found some food rations scattered about. Stashed amongst their hovels. We're going to try inland then. If we couldn't find it under here anywhere, we'll try it back where we started. And then I cannot wait to get out of this Murloc area. What's the time right now? It says 21:31. Goodness me, have they relocated the server somewhere else? It's definitely 10:30 for me. Food crate. Let's zoom in a bit. Anything here? Nope, can't seem to find it. Maybe that's the way to do it. If one of them jumps out and frees themselves, we can simply just target the one that's broken. The other ones will still run into the AoE later. I'll have to watch some videos on good mages, how they do this stuff. With the lag as well, it's not really helping too much. Hardened cloak, nice. Gosh, that is pro. Oh, I like the green actually. Doesn't look very hard, looks a bit furry on the edges. Maybe it's hardened because it's never been washed and it's just become a bit matted. Yeah, perhaps that's what's going on. We will have to make some more food too. Do they have more hovels? Maybe further south. Perhaps they do. But I'm not seeing any oil here too. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run down. Oh, let's get on Tommy. Can we? Yes, just in time. And we're going to head along the south, the southern coast here. Or south along the coast, rather. The Dreadmurk Shore. Let's see if we find another encampment of Murlocs. Mudrocs, I love their colours. Green and purple, green and pinkish colour. Oh, there's some more over here. Ah, okay. Ah, okay, I'll check the closest island from the lighthouse. Thanks for the tip. Bang Bang Fa having a nice little swim there. Treading water. Oh yes, there's a little Murloc hut there. And I see a few more in the distance. Corpses, oh my goodness. It's been a bloodbath over here. An oil barrel. A lone oil barrel. All on its lonesome. Gosh. How lucky are we? Wow. Fantastic. I think that we could probably actually head back to the lighthouse now, Should we go for a swim to the lighthouse? Let's swim to the lighthouse. Just don't look down, Gennal. Actually, let's go under. Wow. Orange water. That is grim. You can see the bottom though, but there's nothing, no wildlife down here. Look at that. Flag flying up there. I guess we've got our terrain distance all the way up as well. How majestic. We can just imagine, you know, with sort of full colour and not just grey. How epic that must look. Oh my gosh. Our breath. Goodness me. I thought you were above water. Turns out you weren't. I was almost negligent of your life there, Gennal. I wonder how Tommy's doing though. He is underwater, but I guess he can probably hold his breath for an extortionate amount of time. Right, up this little path we go. And the lighthouse is just over there. So another swim again, Gennal. Get ready to hold your breath, Tommy. I like how when he jumps in, he sort of floats down a bit, then bobs up. For a turtle, he's rather fast too. Right, old Brian. We have culled the Myrfin. I advise you to be careful when you're fighting them. They tend to stick together. We've done it, don't worry about it. Cannot thank you enough for what you've done. With less Murloc around, it means I could do my job in peace without having to constantly watch the waterline. Well, we also got the oil for you. And ding. This is it, and it's still sealed. I would have expected those dumb creatures to pry it open and use the oil to make a big fire or something. It seems they couldn't figure it out, or hadn't gone around to it yet. Thanks again for your help. You may have to save my hide here. Okay, thank you, and thanks for the boots too. I don't know if Murlocs are dumb. The fact that they can't... I think they probably could open a barrel. But they definitely done things that are smart enough to sort of suggest that they could open a barrel. Like they can make huts. That's pretty impressive, right? Just that ability alone is, I mean, you know, other animals can make nests and whatever else, but they are literally making a hut. And to make that hut, I'm pretty sure I saw that there was like they'd made rope out of something. And they tied up the different pieces of wood they cut into shape. So to do those sort of precise movements with their hands to make rope, I reckon they can definitely open a barrel of oil. Maybe they opened it, or maybe they were going to sell it onwards. They were like, ooh, or they were going to give it to someone, like their leader of the Murlocs, but they hadn't moved it all the way up north yet, because there was that big Murloc, and he... Oh, what's going on here? I'll have a look in a second. There was a big Murloc, and he was further north, so maybe they were getting it ready to bring to him. Something like that. Sergeant Teresa, we killed Marglin Bloodeye. This may not be the end of the Murloc threat, but this will no doubt slow them down. Thanks again, as promised. The Murloc Clubber, one hand. Wow, nice. Brutal.
Farewell.
Okay, and we have a lot of these thermal lieutenants on the map. So I think we need to bring a spy report to one of them. So we will go around here and do so. I like how well defended this place is, despite them being a neutral with the Horde. It's like they're preparing. Thermal Lieutenant Officer, we have a report for you. Can't read Orcish very well, but this looks like a report written by an Orc spy. Captain Vimes should see the Orc report you found, Gennal. He knows the Orcish language better than most, and he should know that there are Horde spies near Theramore. Captain's in the barracks on the northeastern side of Theramore Isle. Okay, so the Orcs, despite us being neutral with the Horde, the Orcs have sent spies. Which is normal. I mean, that's not a provocation of war as such. It's very normal to send spies over to another country and work out what they're doing. I don't think anyone's ever gone to war. I don't want to say this. But it's assumed that countries that you even are allied with, that you have spies in their country. Or at least people feeding back information. Right, let's find out what Captain Garen Vimes has to say about that, though. Maybe he won't feel the same way as I do. Because imagine if you were sort of the leader of, I don't know, some sort of... You're the king. And, you know, the spies came to you, the people came to you and said, oh, we found that there were spies from, like, from America over here. And I'd be like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. I assume there would be, so, you know, don't worry about it. Like, sir, we should do something. Yeah, no, this alright. You know, I kind of assumed we'd have at least a few of them, so don't worry about it. Maybe that's not the attitude to take.
Well met.
Right, Captain Vimes, we have a report to make here. A report from an Orc spy. How did you find this? No matter. Let's see what it says.
Light bless you. Greetings.
Okay, let's indeed see what it says. We didn't read it ourselves, did we? Could we do that now? Gosh, I hope I didn't hand it in to him. Because I presume we could have gone ahead and read it. And again, it was in Orcish, so don't worry about it. Where is the next part of this quest?
Careful. Need help?
Okay, well, I don't think that there's something here for us to do. That's annoying. Maybe they haven't added the next part yet. Some people talking here as well. Tell us if the quest works, it won't complete. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Let's head up here a little bit and see if we can, if we've missed any quests. Nothing up here. We'll get a bit of a view. Of Theramore here. Right, we'll head to the sentry point now, and we'll get their report. And then we'll head up to the northern tower and get their report. And I think there are a few extra quests to pick up along the way. I think from the guard tower itself. So these people here were talking about a quest, triage, they were having issues with. The first aid quest. I saw them chatting in the Citadel. What other dungeon? We have so many dungeons that we could now take part in. So the cathedral, we could do that. I do have a couple quests there I would like to have done. Captain Wallace, have you got a report for us? I've been sent by Colonel Breen.
Go with honor, friend.
Thank you. Thanks for the report. Oh. Stealthy rogue. Right, northern post we go. And then we should help out our friend Jarl, our quirky little friend, and get some soothing spices and some spider legs. A spice, soothing spice, I'll make a stew. Where do you get soothing spices from? Are they from a tradesperson? So I know you can get mild spices, you can get hot spices. Maybe there's a soothing spice that I haven't come across yet. I'll have to look into that. But what we can do for him is to get the spider legs. Okay, we do also need to kill some Blackhorn and the deserters too. Gosh, those deserters, absolutely need to take them out. Yeah, okay, from a vendor at Theramore. Yeah, I presumed it was probably from something like that. Alright, so another journey back again. Okay, here is the northern tower. I remember there being some quests somewhere nearby. It might be a bit further along. Ah, no, I was right. Here we go. Captain Harker, hello. We have a lot of work to do here on the frontier, so unless you're here to help, please do let me work. With each passing week, the roadways get more and more dangerous. Nature here is ever encroaching, always looking to gain more and more ground. If we want to keep our forward sentry supplied, then the road to North Point must remain secured. Our biggest threat is currently the bloodfen raptors that have been brooding to the north of us. If you can find a way to rid North Point of this threat, I will see to it that you're paid accordingly. I'm sure Theramore can find a way to reimburse your troubles. Head north and slay the bloodfen screeches you find there.
For the Alliance.
Okay, Harker, we can do that. Do you have a report for us too?
Be careful.
Thank you. Ah, the last one didn't make it back to Theramore. I see. That's sad news. Oh, maybe we should just check. Ah, there's a little camp there. That's where we found the guy that was working with the Horde, was it? That captured the king? The Lost Diplomat quest? Nothing up here. Apart from our half high elven friends. But we have lots of slowfall feathers, light feathers, so we're making good use of them today. Okay, so northern. So we want to kill the bloodfen screechers. Bloodfen raptors. Brackenwall village. Oh my gosh. Withervein rager. Oh god. Right, how are we going to make our way up there? I think just before I do, I'm going to... Oh, actually, we didn't check here. Endel, you're back. I thought you were being interrogated by Jaina. What is that about? I'm going to quickly take a couple minutes just to be right back. Get myself another drink. So, 1 minute, everyone. We are back. Time to find the screeches. We're going to take a risky run north and ignore some of these mobs until we find the screeches that we need. Oh no, not a 36 druid. These druids are just a nightmare, really. What I quite like to do, we have a crocolisk on our bottom, is to pull one of these. I'm not seeing the screeches around, and I'm wondering if we'll still get credit from killing the raptors. So we plop that down there. We'll just try killing this one. If we don't get credit, we will keep going on our journey. I'd also like to investigate, what is that place a bit further north? Brackenwall Village, what's there? So we didn't get any credit for that kill, as expected. maybe it's actually over there instead. So let's head a bit east. Do I have an ice cream in the fridge? One, who keeps ice cream in the fridge? And two, no, I do not. Ah, horse. Okay, horde assessment. Right, let's not go in there. A screecher, nice. And three, why? That's another question I was thinking of asking you, AF. Crafty Smile, 38 Rogue, nice. Like some of these names. Okay. That's a good point. I mean, the weather is lovely right now as well. That is a good point. I tend to just, have... I'm a bit boring. I tend to just have, things like berries and... I like raspberries quite a lot. Bananas and things like that. Oh, blackhorn. So these are the people we need to kill. Nice. Yeah, but generally I don't stream for this long, so I don't have to think about nutrition or hydration too much, apart from water and a bit of coffee. But Mondays I have off, so I'm able to stream longer, and I follow some subreddits that are about like there's one called NewTubers. So the naming is quite obvious, or rather the description of what that contains is quite obvious in the name. And they often talk about how to stream for long periods of time, and that is a talent that it requires working up to. And I get it. I actually do get it. Talking is thirsty work, if nothing else. And so your tips are, on a previous stream, your tips are very, very useful. Getting up, walking about, doing a few stretches, very, very useful stuff. Oh, is this a friend that we could join with, by the way? Crafty Smart, let's actually just invite you. Oh, they are hardcore. Of course. It's somewhat impressive, by the way, that so many of these people are hardcore players at level 37. Like, it is actually... Oh, God, I was going to attack that person, but I realised they're ranged. I don't like ranged characters. I guess we could actually counterspell them to make it easier to AE with a melee at the same time. But getting to this sort of level is, yeah, it's impressive as a hardcore character. My goodness. The lag is getting me a little bit today. I think, can't we group with hordes as well? Maybe we could ask that guy. I don't really want to, though, because Gennal she's not a fan of the hordes. They've killed her too many times. I don't know how we RP her death, though. How do we sort of get around that? We say, oh, well, bit like Pokemon. They just knocked us out. Ah. Did they kill the big boss? They did, didn't they? Targos. Right. What level is he? He's 41. Well, I'm sure that when we go to do it, there'll be a friend nearby to help. Let's hit this warrior as well. There we go. Oh, let's take these 3. 1 resisted, that's annoying. Okay, we'll have the blizzard back up in a second. Or frost nova. Alright, good. We've reset them. Fantastic. Yeah, this is when I feel comfortable. Having them all together. Mana is low. Oh, let's accept our friend. Oh. Oh my gosh. I think I pressed the wrong button. What a fantastic blessing and protection, though, that guy just dropped on us. I have no mana. Wow, great. Thank you. That was actually a very nice blessing and protection. So he wants, hey, food please, 2 stacks. Right, well, I guess he did save our life, but I hope he doesn't, or she doesn't rather, instantly leave us after that. Let's trade. Oh. I sat down and had one myself. He actually left. Oh my god. I mean, not that it was unexpected, but at the same time, rude. That was very rude, actually. Why can't we track this quest? Yeah. Yeah. She was, for sure. I mean, she did save our life with that blessing of protection, but at the same time, I guess there was no expectation that they stick around. Because the thing is, actually, at the same time, it's like, if they hadn't invited me to a group and I just asked for food, I would have been fine. And I would have expected them to just run away, because I would have done it. I would have given them the food. But because they invited me to a group first, and then did it, my expectation was they would help. So perhaps I'm in the wrong, having these thoughts of feeling like they owed me something. Okay. We need 6 mystics and then that big bad guy. I reckon we can just drop a flame strike into Blizzard on these 2. Yeah, we can. I wonder who will die first. Oh my god, it'll be me. It's going to be me, isn't it? That was a big hit. Let's counterspell 1. Oh my god, that's massive. Holy crap, that was huge damage. I tried to counterspell one of them and then I forgot because I moved around my hotkeys for counterspell last time. So I forgot what button it was. Okay. I'm going to dampen magic. You mean, right? Is that what you mean by amplifier? You're right, and I have been trying to be good about using it. I've been trying to be good about making sure I have it all on there at all times. Let's help our friend here. Alright, this is another mystic. Good. Oh, man. Yeah, thanks, AF. I do try really hard, actually. Aha! Counter spell, there you go. No! Oh, God. No, come on, come on, come on. Polymorph. No! Oh. Oh my gosh. What good practice, though, right? What good practice this is. Also, imagine me on a hardcore character. I mean, how would we do it? How would we do it? We get to like level... I just don't know how I'd play it. I have to be like super cautious all the time. And... I mean, I'm thinking we would get to like level... Let's say we made a troll, because I quite like trolls. We'd probably get to like one of those centaur swamps in the Barrens and then just absolutely get destroyed. So like level 12, 13. When I did it before, that's what happened to me. It was close, and I think it was a bit unfortunate, to be honest. We were like running into some enemies that were unexpected. Yeah, I do like trolls. I love their berserker. What a nice run back, though. I mean, I've often thought that, you know, this is reason enough not to die. This is reason enough to have... this is penalty enough. It's just the time that you expend in life to actually run your corpse back. So the actual cost of a hardcore character never being able to use it again. I mean, that is a huge cost. AF, do you only play hardcore or do you play both? Because I could clearly make... You know, another class I was thinking is Druid. I do love Druids, and I would like to see what they're like in Turtle WoW. I think it would be a bit easier for me as well, being a bit of a mage noob, but having experience with Druids. Oh, we actually have a talent point that I forgot about. I think we'll just go for another point in Piercing Ice for now, just until I spend some actual time thinking about the talents. Because when we get much higher, I'm going to reset them. I'm probably not going to go full Frost. It'll be Frost plus a little bit of, I don't know, maybe Arcane or something. weird that we can't track this one though. Oh, can you only track 3 quests? I thought it was 5 that you could track. Don't know what's going on. We will make some more food too, and mana. Oh, and a mana agate. We haven't even spent the time to do that. I don't blame you. Softcore is, well, obviously more forgivable. I do enjoy the... I think that I enjoy the challenge of hardcore. But I think I would cry if I got to like this level and died. Oh, Crafty Smile is still here. Any mystics about? There's 2 mystics in here. Gosh, alright, I think we're well suited now to taking them out. Let's go like this, and we'll counterspell one of them into Blizzard. Oh no, that was bad actually, because then this occurs. Okay, and then we'll Blizzard. And then we will... Oh, I tried to line of sight that. Didn't work at all. But actually, if I go here... Oh my god, no. Okay, line of sight. That worked. Good. Let's reset. I'm resetting. Yeah, I like the line of sight tactic though. We should be using that a bit more. But they run so quickly. Lots of little bags around the side as well. What's that about? They have a very powerful spell though. I'm intimidated by it. There's always a warrior. There's a mystic as well. I think maybe we should just take one on its own. Yeah, let's not push ourselves too hard. We'll just take the one mystic if we find it. Oh god. We need some more mana. So let's just do a bit of ring around the rosies. Polymorph this one. It's only one left, so we'll do that. Reset our mana. Get some distance. We have counterspell backup, which is good. And we don't actually have any healing potions. We could just bandage. Okay, we're all good. Let's Frostbolt. I wonder if we can line of sight around the tree. Can we do that? Let's have a look and see. I think we can. Yeah, nice. God, big crits though. So these mystics are definitely shamans. There's the skill with both melee and with magic. probably not a safe place to be stood here. Oh, I wasn't even taking... Oh, goodness me. I was watching for Hordes. And I should have been watching for this guy. How long does Counterspell silence from that school? For 10 seconds. So they can't cast anything from that school for 10 seconds. Very, very good. I wonder if we can get the tag on this guy. Targos Hatewind. I'll wait here just for a second more. The only concern is that if I do make the pull, will these guys then kill me? Alright, let's turn around. Okay, this time we're going to do this. I'm going to go Flame Strike. When they start casting on me, blink into... Oh my god, there we go. I'm going to just take this. Oh, cool. I resisted quite a bit of it as well. Nice. Dampen magic is amazing. Easy. Oh, that was nice. I'm learning. So could I invite these people? No, not by the looks of it. We may need to come back here another time then. When we have a few more alliance friends to back us up. It also seems like the respawn isn't rapid. Yeah, learning. Absolutely. Having these experiences, dying to them, reformulating my strategy and latching onto something that seems to work, reinforcing that working strategy, continue to do it, making it an intuitive, an innate, reflexive ability. That's what's occurring right now. I can't tear my eyes away in this spot. I can see that Argos, his corpse has despawned. They have been waiting longer. Let's let them have it. But if it spawns now, no, it doesn't. Okay, we've got Screechers to kill too, and the Screechers should be around this area. So we'll just head over there and kill some of those. I don't want to be that guy, you know, that guy that steals other people's kills. I've been waiting longer, you know, I should really be queuing up. Oh, spiders though, we do need these. Oh, not a netting spider. God, they're the worst type of spider that exists in this game. What a useless frost nova. Extra juicy dark fang leg. Ah, Gennal is very excited to try one of these. They look a little bit juicy as well. I mean, look at the girth on that. Definitely some girth on the beginning part of that leg. If I was into my anatomy, I could tell you what the upper part of that of a leg is called. But let's just call it the spider's thigh. Looks exceptionally juicy. And a screecher. Apollo. 2 screechers here. Some eggs. Maybe this little. They've been. This is where they lay their babies. We'll just pull a raptor as well, a bit more experience. Okay, good. Oh, hello, Polo. Join us. Or I'll join you. I do love paladins. I used to have a friend who, well, actually back in Classic, people used to, from what I remember at least, they used to talk very badly about paladins as they were, you know, sort of a class where you basically just needed to press one button. Not true, as far as I'm aware, but I did used to hear people poo-pooing them quite a bit about their playstyle. Because I think essentially they used to say, oh, you just use a seal. I can't remember what the seals were. Seal of command, something like that. And then just auto attack, and that was your rotation. I don't remember that being the truth. But I then made one. I made a protection paladin much later, and absolutely loved it. I don't know what he's saying, to be honest. Laoqui A, I don't know what that is. Actually, it's a very good combination, I think. If you had like a protection paladin with a AoE mage. Or Trickster's Cloak of the Monkey. I don't like the look of that at all. I don't like these sort of twinned back cloaks. I think they just look awful. I don't know anyone that likes them. I haven't really, that's the thing, I haven't actually asked anyone their true feelings about these either. So perhaps my sample size of asking that question is extremely limited. That is true. But I don't know how anyone could like that sort of cloak style. Is there anyone that likes these twin slitted cloaks? Oh my gosh. I think I should be playing nicer with this paladin as well. Maybe I have to learn a bit better how to do that. But not take it out of his retribution aura, allow him to get that down, and then just kite around the retribution aura. Hmm. I actually totally forgot as well. When I made that protection paladin back in the day, I made it with a friend, and he, actually the friend that I'm potentially seeing later today, the medic friend, and he had a mage. He was a mage Draenei, and I was a protection paladin Draenei. And we used to name characters. We used to, I don't know, like to make everyone know that we were friends. So, we once had, he had a character called QX, which was cool. And I once had a character called QZ, which was really cool, of course. But this mage, he had a mage called Alpha. And Alpha, the name Alpha was already taken. So he had, the last A had a little accent over the top. And I had the name Omega. And I also had a little accent, the same accent over the top of my A. And yeah, I forgot about that. He only leveled his to like level 28 or so. Whereas I managed to get mine all the way up to 70. I've not seen this message come up in chat before about real money transactions. So I'm all done now, thanks. Oh, it was a quest. Oh my god, Stinky's Escape. What is this? Cool.
How are you?
I don't know anything about this. Stinky Ignatz. Let's have a look at this quest. Stinky's Escape. Escort Stinky Ignatz, then speak with Morgan. What happened there? Can you share again? I think he has shared a hungry quest with me. Escort Stinky Ignatz to Morgenstern and Theramore. Great, finally someone that doesn't want to eat me. I need help handling the critters around here, and you fit the mold, lady. The cook, Morgenstern, is researching a new recipe, and he sent me out here to gather bog bean leaves. I guess he thinks they're tasty. Anyway, while looking for a bog bean plant, I got myself surrounded. Can you help me out of here and watch my back as I look for the bog bean? Cool. Well, Polo, you clearly know this game. Thank you for showing us the hidden mysteries. And we also have a quest from Mudcrush Dirtfeet, who I don't know who that is, in northern Dustwallow. Wants 12 Myafin heads. Mud big ogre, me hungry. Go bash fishy, bring mud food. You feed mud or mud eat you. Work on that voice a bit. We'll have to go and look for this person though. How great, this person saved our life, invited us to a group to do the Raptor quest, and then handed us 2 quests on a plate. Let's buff them up, because obviously we forgot to do so, because I always forget. And we will take a quick sit down and have a drink too. Yeah, so I was saying I've never seen this message in chat about the gold transactions being heavily monitored. Any form of real money transaction will result in severe actions taken against all parties involved. Please don't support individuals who are actively harming our server. Naza, hello. Yeah, it's a luxury for sure. Yeah. I don't work on Mondays, so that is why it's possible to play at this time of day. Yeah, definitely new to me as well. Big, bog bean plant. Okay, now let's get out of here. Right. You said that with an exclamation mark, which led me to believe you were then going to sprint away. But walk it shall be. Oh, of course, NASA. Right. There's me getting all guilty for playing during the day. You know, I feel like I have to have a reason to play. That's how this society is inculcated me into this way of being. You know, if I don't have a good reason to be enjoying myself, then I don't deserve to be. But yes, with the queue, absolutely. Yesterday I was just stuck all day. Wow, Apollo, thank you. He just left the group. She just left the group.
What can I do for you?
Right, we've killed the raptors for you, Harker, or Captain Harker, I should say. Proper title. Now that those raptors have been culled, we may be able to make more supply trips out in the swamp without worrying so much. I took it upon myself to gather a payment for you on behalf of Theramore. May not be much, but all helps should be rewarded. Absolutely. Right, okay, so we have to go back to the Myrfins again. Soothing spices, okay. Back to Theramore. Twice to Theramore. We do still need some spiders. And otherwise, we need to kill that main bad boy, Argos Hatewind, in his hut at Brackenwall Village. But we won't go there now. Perhaps we'll head a lot over to the Myrfins. God, they're surrounding us, aren't they? These guys. In fact, actually, what we'll do is we'll head down to Theramore first and hand in some quests there. We may get some new ones that lead us back out here, and we do need to pick up these soothing spices. So that is what we'll do. Ah, Nasa, I didn't realize that. So you wait until the Chinese restriction time because they have a law that restricts internet or games at night. I didn't realize that they had that law. What time of night is that? That's it's a different society, isn't it? Different culture to ours. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, right now, let's just see who. Almost 13k people online, 12,881. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this new server becoming a reality. So I have been noticing quite a bit of delay or lag rather when I'm playing. And that's, you know, when I can get online, there is a delay to my playing. Is there a queue right now? So I presume that the cap must be like 13k. Maybe it's 12,881. Damn. Well, I found, because I've been streaming now for, I don't know, 2.5 hours, something like that. And I found that there was no queue when I first logged in. But yesterday when I tried to log in around about this time, yesterday it was 9:30. I presumed it was because it was a Sunday that I had such issues. But that was a nightmare, really. Like 2-hour queue. I got back home and I'd been disconnected. So a longer 2.5 hour queue after that. So I just thought, unfortunately, I can't stream today. Oh, two friends, Sisyphus and Yusishin. something I am looking forward to is leveling in a place that is a little bit less dismal, a little bit less grey, a bit more colourful, as the colour palette is somewhat restricted in these areas.
Hey there. Can I help you?
Right, we have the reports from the these southern and northern towers. Thanks for gathering these reports. It's good to hear news from the frontier, even if some of it is bad. Take this coin as thanks for your work.
Be careful.
No problem.
You need something?
Now we need to find some soothing spices and also talk to Morgan Stern about Stinky. So Morgan Stern appears to be in the inn.
Hey there.
Mr. Ignatz was just here with the bogbean leaves, and he told me you helped him out of some real trouble. Thank you, Gennal. I'll ask my uncle to treat you to a feast the next time you visit the Blue Recluse in Stormwind. Thank you very much, Morgan. And we know that Fiora has 2 quests, not the Dustwallow, so we shall not pick those up yet. We do need to get these soothing spices. So, is there a trade supplier around here? Wouldn't suggest. I wouldn't have thought these two would have it. What about the cook? Does he have it?
Supply only the finest goods.
No soothing spices. None. Okay, we will visit the Blue Recluse. AF tells us that there's a quest there that we'd love. So we'll try that out. Yeah, that hardcore issue is a massive thing. You know, if you get disconnected and die. I saw a clip of Bashiro and how he died on his rogue at like level 40 odd. It was a terrible death. I mean, he just disconnected and that was it. That was him done.
Step on up.
Okay, nothing there. Anyone know what the trade supplier is around here? Oh, there's a bowyer. That's not the person we need.
How are you?
We could sell some stuff, but I'll do it later. Try some of these little houses. Stap Lavin. Is that the character's name? Alright. If we can't find a trade supplier, then I suppose we will forego it for now. I would have thought it would be around the inn though. Or the other place we've already checked. It was near the Smiling Jim. Oh my gosh, Smiling Jim. Why do people have quests about you? He'll bring you mead, he'll bring you beer, a grinning face from ear to ear. He served us all from year to year. We call him Smiling Jim. I had a quest with you as like the object of it, and I felt like I'd missed something. Apparently you're sat out here, and you are what that quest was about. I even talked to this guard here, Byron, about you, and had no idea you were sat there. Gosh. You seem a bit mad though, so I don't think you were offended. Ah, AF, you are a star. Okay, trade supply woman. She was around with Timothy Worthington. Great. What a memory you have. Oh, didn't quite make it on top of that crate. believe it was in here. Ah, goblin brainwashing device. Pretty sure that's how you like change your talents or something.
Open for
Helenia. We need something that I think you might have. Some soothing spices. And we need 5 of them. Oh no, we need 3. Shit. Okay, we'll sell you 2 back. Is that okay? Thank you. What else do you have? You have some cooking, some recipes. Oh my gosh, great. Roast raptor. There's not a fire around it. There is apparently there's a fire around here. Or maybe you don't need a fire to make a gooey spider cake. In any case, we made it. Can we sell some stuff to you too?
finest goods.
Okay, so thick murloc scales. We have some of these. We're not going to sell them. Apparently they're worth something. We will get rid of these. We could probably cook some of these fish much later on. Fish oil. I know it's a reagent. I think for shamans. Well, we'll just sell this stuff for now, I think. I don't know if some of it will come in useful. In fact, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping that raptor flesh. I'm going to buy that back. Wicked Claw, I'm not sure that's for. Alright, I think we're fine. At some point we're going to have to go and
See you around.
hit the auction house, hit our bank, but not this day. Okay. I think I may leave it there for now. I think I will. It's time for my early lunch. I'm ravenous, especially after seeing this raptor flesh and this tender crocodile meat. You know, I'm thinking, God, that there, look at that fat, lovely. Wow. I may have to go and cook up a raptor flesh myself. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. I don't think I'll be on later again today. Sometimes I am on Mondays, as I said, it's my day that I don't work. But if I'm not, then I'll definitely be on tomorrow morning. So thank you for joining me. Thank you very much, AF, NASA as well. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.